We've had Daniel Joly from Mirabelle and his pastry chef Margau with us this morning, and I just tried some of the butternut squash lobster ravioli. Oh my gosh, Daniel, that was incredible. Just great natural flavors, but the lobster and squash really just stood out.
Yeah, and that's what it is, Mirabelle. It's really about elevate the ingredient, find the best we can and try to make it, I mean, really we're just like try to make the farmer look good. That's all we do, We're not magician. Give me a can of beans, it's very hard for me to do anything with it,
But good ingredients.
Yeah, exactly. It's just no secret in the cooking world. But, I'm very thrilled, to have Margau here to kind of show her talent. She's,
the star of the show.
Yeah,
we kind of go with the idea of Valentine. That's what we talked about last night before we come. And, she make like a little chocolate cake with like an insert of passion fruit. And, we just kind of play around with those little hearts. And, she's very good at that. When I need to write something, I ask Margau to write it because my handwriting is terrible. And she got like that very classy handwriting all the time,
Yeah, how are you, the different thicknesses of the lines of the heart there? Yeah. You're just doing this with frosting.
Yes, it is. Just practice.
So you came here from France to specifically work for Mirabelle.
Yes.
What's your background?
I was a sous chef for about a year in France in a restaurant.
Okay.
Before that, I was still in school. I had 1 degree in pastry and 1 degree in chocolate and candy making.
I love that you could go to school for chocolate.
Yeah. So I started another degree, but I stopped it to start working.
To come out here.
Yeah, and to come out here.
Yeah. All right. So describe here what you're doing.
I mean, she got like a chocolate, like that's a, Belgium chocolate. We big fan of that. We think in any Valentine Day you should have some chocolate. But she just create like a dome like that with some different layer inside. Some crunch with some nuts and things like that, and the passion fruit like a liquid in the middle. And I'm gonna cut you one. And I got my spoon. I'm ready for digging.
Yeah, you gave me one right up there.
Look, I take this one and I'll show you.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna put it here.
It's a shame we can't eat this for every
Oh yeah,
meal.
look, it's like, you see what I mean? You get like the layer of the soft nuts, the little chocolate, and there you get the passion fruit, and it's all like when you eat, it's like going through all those different layers. And that's what, is really nice. I think it's a lot of time people in the restaurant business underestimate pastry because at the end of the day, people have a great meal and the last thing they will remember is that little pastry, that little sweet. Yeah. And if you go, make it very nice, I think people say, wow, that was amazing. And you ask them what they eat, a lot of times they don't remember the appetizer or the main course, but they remember the dessert.
The desserts.
I swear, we have customers at Mirabelle, they will come and they will laugh like, come in the evening, for example, and have a dessert at the front, lunch, and, maybe they want to eat somewhere else and they come for us for dessert. I mean, we have that reputation of, be very, have our own pastry chef, and very few restaurants really afford that anymore because it's, overseas, it's a big cost for only one ingredient of the menu. But it's, I think to me, that's the tradition of European cuisine, finish with something very delicate. And pastry, to me, need to be light and interesting. I don't think you have to be hungry to eat pastry.
No.
It's like,
no,
and I
certainly
think
not.
that's a, philosophy, and Margau do an amazing job with that. We're very happy she's here.
Oh, the presentation is just so incredible. I love those little, are those pretzels or just pure chocolate?
No, this is meringue.
Meringue.
Meringue?
I mean, it's dry meringue like you will have in the pastry, those big lash meringue, people might eat in pastry. She did the same process, but she just make it, a shape, like she can do a little snowman or whatever she wants with that,
Yeah. Ask me anything.
Yeah. What's your favorite shape to make meringue out of?
Hearts, of course.
Hearts,
Valentine's Day, of course it is. Yeah.
Now, did you create this dish essentially?
I did.
What was your inspiration for this then?
Well, I wanted something, chocolate, of course, because it's a classic, and with the praline here, it's very crunchy, and it's kind of it rules all over. It's like super super cool, and have a little bit of fresh taste with the passion fruit. Okay. And yeah, it's a cloud when you eat it.
All right, Margau. Well, pastries are my favorite thing in the world. I love sugar. I'm gonna have to give this guy a little try.
You do.
Make sure to head to Mirabelle the next time you can. I believe, Daniel, reservations are about 6 months out, so
no, I think the thing is, funny with us, we're very busy all the time. I mean, most of the time, but a lot of time it changed. People make the reservation, before they book their ski vacation from New York to make sure they get a table. And after they went ski and they get a hard day, and the day before they say, we have a policy, 24 hours policy for cancellation. And a lot of time that day before, a lot of things changing. I mean, it's if nothing else, it's always nice to give a shot, And sometimes, with all those internet thing, like open table and things that you show us so lot, but call the host, and sometimes she knows something don't reflect in the on the computer.
All right, so give a call if you've got time. See
Sure.
if anybody canceled from Mirabelle. And Margau, this is amazing.
Thank you.
The crunch adds such a unique texture because the chocolate is just so smooth. And then, boy, that passion fruit just kind of finished things off. Oh my gosh, you're incredible. You're incredible. Thank you both so
nice
much
to
for
be here.
joining us.
Yeah.
Plenty more Good Morning Vail coming up. I'm sorry all of you can't be in the studio with me to enjoy this amazing dessert.